Hello, boys and girls. How many of you used to watch Mr. Rogers? Yeah, I used to. PBS in New York. Used to watch Mr. Rogers, Sesame Street, and all that other craziness. Used to count with the count. Watch Kermit and Miss Piggy being coy with each other. But that's not what this podcast is about. This is UFO Buster Radio News. We're here to talk about stuff that has to do with UFOs, space. I might throw in a little bit of the other paranormal topics, but that's what the Dark Horde podcast is about. And that's not what's happening right now. So we are going to talk about UFOs. I had a theory that throughout this entire situation, throughout this pandemic, that we were not going to see any UFO reports at all. I really thought for sure UFOs were out. People are indoors for the most part. They're watching Netflix, they're binging like crazy, catching up on all the shit they couldn't watch. Some people might be taking up video games. I don't know. And then others might just be popping a bunch of anxiety pills. Trying to stay cool, calm, and collected, smoking weed and drinking alcohol. But in the news, we have UFO reports. I was quite, I would say pleased in a way that there are some. Because it tells you people are not just forgetting that they have a job to do. They have to secure their airspace. Because Lord knows that if you ask the government, they ain't securing shit. Hell, they can't even tell you what's up there. They have no clue. So I'm glad to see that a few people decided to go out, break the law, if you will, and check out what's happening in the sky around them. Now, chances are they had a good buzz going on, and maybe they fell somewhere or toppled over, and they decided to go stop and why not look at the sky? Because everything around you is fucking nuts. It's crazy right now. The pandemic is out of control in the worst way. A month ago, folks in the U.S. probably would not think that we would be in the spot we are right now. The numbers that we see, thanks to the pandemic. And for that matter, anywhere in the world, right? Even if you're in a safe zone or a place where you're not impacted yet, when you look around, you're like, oh, sheesh, thank goodness there's water between us. Not the case, folks. There ain't no damn amount of water going to keep you from that there pandemic. That's for sure. Yeah, and that's absolutely true. But we are, like I said, talking about UFOs. So by the way, let me go back to UFOs here, because Bug the UFO Hunter, the mascot and the guard security of UFO Buster Radio, in his, in his ability to lick himself till the cows come home, he decided to do it by the curtain. He knocked down the entire curtain rod right on top of him. Never seen that little dude move so fast. I think he ended up in the first floor in about 3 seconds. He doesn't play. He felt the probing coming for sure, and he ran like hell. So we got about 4 articles to talk about. One is pretty short, but it leads into the fourth one. I believe that would be number 3. But someone's back in the news. Someone who reported seeing a UFO that honestly, like, this person really shouldn't be reporting UFOs. I feel that in my heart of hearts. I don't care what Japanese lanterns, Chinese lanterns, whatever the fuck they are. Any kind of floating shit, dude, you should not report it at all. You should just forget about it. Take your camera, turn it sideways, and shove it up your candy ass. That's what you should do. Don't whip out you have a Note 6000? I don't give a damn. Keep it, put it away. We don't want to see it at all. But that'll be the first news report that we have. I want to give a shout out to the guys who are live. And by the way, this is the second episode since the internet debacle. and it's live. So we have folks in the live chat. You call these guys the crew of the Old Faithful. Green Man and BC, the Great Blue Chicken, is also there. And by the way, these guys started a Discord group for fans to go in, fans of the podcast. Anybody's a fan of me unless I pay them. Fans of the podcast to go in there and just check out what's going down in the after party. It really is an after party. And when I tell you the after party, like if this podcast is an hour long, right? Because this is the Thursday Freakout. Usually a Thursday Freakout, you got a good 45 minutes to an hour with the Moonraker here. When I tell you the after party is going to last the other 23 hours, I am not kidding you guys at all. It really does. The next 23 hours is after party. And it's great because you really get to, well, I personally get to really meet the folks that are listening from all over the world, mind you, not just here in the U.S., but you get to learn about them and learn who they are and what their walk of life is, which is fascinating to me. And it's one of the reasons why I enjoy podcasting to begin with. It's to get the perspective, not just from the U.S., but everywhere else, because the topic itself is universal for our planet. It's not something that's just happening in one country and one county and one city, not even in one continent. It's all over the place. So it would stand to reason that if you're a podcast, been seeing that freaking that Netflix thing, the King of Tigers, or whatever the fuck that is. It's bananas. But it stands to reason that if you are someone who is podcasting, I think it's called Tiger King. If you're someone who's podcasting, you really should be able to reach a larger audience than just where you're at, because the shit happens everywhere. That's all I'm saying. Period. So let's get on to this first track, and then we'll talk about what's really going down in the news. Because the first one broke about 6 hours ago, maybe less.
When I wanna cry, in a world gone
First article comes out of California. Cali 49A. I gotta love this. This is the article I was referring to. Like, this person should not be reporting a damn UFO ever. Like, I'm telling you, he probably owns like the iPhone 6000 or the Note, triple XY WXYWWW2. No, don't report it. You keep your phone in your pocket and keep it to your damn self. The first one, Tom DeLonge saw a UFO. Can't believe I just said that. Saw a UFO off the coast of California and recorded the whole thing. Here's the thing you want to keep in mind here. And this is really important. This is the guy that started, To the Stars Academy, right? This is a guy that was promising that we will research new technologies. We're going to make our own UFO. Like, I remember that, We're going to look, we are going to take this UFO, UAP conversation by the balls. We're going to drag that bitch. We're going to squeeze the balls out of all the testosterone, alien testosterone, and we're going to take that alien testosterone and make it our own. We're going to start our own technology. We're going to research it. We're going to make waves. And this is why you shouldn't take a video of a light blob in the sky. He must have been either drunk or high as hell. That's all I got to say. The article says quarantined Mr. Tom DeLonge did not stop him from rushing to the beach Tuesday night, March 31st, around after a friend and himself spotted a UAP off the coast near Angels Airwaves frontman's house. Dude, quarantine yourself. I mean, really, you probably have a shitload of the cooties. So you don't want to go and add one more cootie to yourself like the COVID-19. Don't do it. That's not good. Apparently, he was also on his balcony checking out the light blob. And I'm telling you, he must have been high as fuck. Don't deny it. I know some of you love yourself some Tom DeLonge. You love To the Stars Academy and everything they've done for you and the future of mankind. Whatever the fuck that is, I don't know. But I can tell you this, that Tom DeLonge and his girlfriend Marie were at that balcony and they were like, oh, look at this blob. It looks so interspatial. I don't know. What the fuck? Who knows what their conversation is? Because it was crazy enough to get them to jump into a car and drive down to the beach, where they gazed at the sky for hours. It's like one of those things, like like I went to Mexico and all I got from prison was a shitty T-shirt. One of those things where you always end up with a shitty T-shirt, no matter how bad or how good the thing is. And here you go. You ended up, you drove your ass down to an abandoned beach during the pandemic, and all you got out of it was a shitty ass video. Oh yeah, and you're also running To the Stars Academy, which should be far from using shitty ass videos to identify a UFO. That's all I'm saying. That really is what my point here is. So, my point is done. Stick a fork in me. It's over. But there is a quote here by Tom DeLonge, so let's take a look at this for those of you who have not seen it. And actually, he posted this video on Instagram along with this quote. So, if you guys, I know some of you follow To the Stars Academy and Tom DeLonge on Instagram. You may have seen this already in the last few hours, but here it is. So last night, I get a text from somebody that there was a UAP. I'm glad he's finally gotten away from UFOs. But I mean, he had no choice, right? Look at the people that are in part of To the Stars Academy. You got to drop that UFO shit. You got to get with the times, UAP. Right off the beach where I live, he explained. I ran to my balcony and saw it split into two pieces and raised vertically. Well, hot damn, that's enough for me to run to several beaches and, as a matter of fact, do it in my birthday suit if I had to, as long as I got the right bid. He says he grabbed Marie, and she probably didn't want to go. Shit, she was like in the toilet somewhere, She was probably holding on by by the doorknob, and he's like fucking trying to pull her into the damn car or down the street. She's banging her head he's pulling her like a caveman. So he grabbed, he forced Marie. Let me just ad lib. He forced Marie, jumped into his truck, and then he went straight down to the beach. We were the only ones on the beach last night as this light disappeared, reappeared, broke into 3 pieces, and stacked vertically with one little red dot flying around the top, and then disappeared for the rest of the evening. What an event. That is amazing. That is enough for someone who is running something like To the Stars Academy to torture your fiance, girlfriend, wife, whatever she is. Yeah, drag her like a caveman down several flights of steps, toss her into the back of your truck like a 50-pound rack of meat or some shit like that, and then drive down to get this amazing event. I mean, come on, you had to. And then you should take that video, and really this is where he kind of broke down, because he should have taken a video and sent it to the To the Stars Academy team and let them analyze it first before he had the before he let his nads get the best of him, because it's a shitty ass video. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those videos that you would have seen maybe like in the 70s. You know, the light blob hopping around, moving around, where you're thinking, what the fuck? Why can't he keep his camera still? Drugs probably had a lot to do with it. I don't know. I'm just trying to interject here. The quote continues, this video doesn't show much. No shit, Sherlock. You're not running To the Stars Academy for nothing. But we were up quite late watching the light dance about a half a mile to a mile off the beach. He says it was huge. And it was a fiery orange. Of course, I called up Lue Elizondo, because that's his best bud. And as I was there, and he was telling me all of these things I was supposed to do with location, geographic details, weather, altitude, distance. Well, because you're not running a company that deals with shit like that now, are you? Of course, I was completely worthless. We can't agree on something when it came to those details. But yes, a big deal last night in Encinitas, California. Lou checked immediately. There was no flights in the area except one that I had my eyes on the entire time. No military, like they're going to tell you. No boats, and a bunch of hovering lights that were stacking on top of each other. Wild, who knows? These are the kind of reports that you, as the guy running the company, you should not be giving. You should not be admitting that you took a shitty ass video. You shouldn't even admit that you didn't even have the right equipment to capture a UFO. Especially off the coast of California. Fuck my life. How many UFO stories, how many legacy UFO incidents have not occurred? USOs, another big thing off the coast of California. Of course, what are the biggest? We all should know. The Tic Tac situation. But yet you're there with a shitty ass phone. The Marie is there with you. She's all beat up from hitting her head on the stairs down because you were dragging her down there. But all we got is a shitty t-shirt that says, I almost caught a UFO off the coast of California. They both have it, actually, his and hers. That is the article. The link is in the description. There's a little bit more to it because you actually can go into it and watch the video. If you're into blob lights videos that people claim to be UAP, hey, it's in there. Check it out. I dare you to even think that this was even appropriate for him to do. I'm just saying. Come on. Where the fuck is all that money? You think with all that money that he got people to buy into the company twice now, that he'd have some good equipment by now. Like, stop using your damn cell phone. You should have some expensive-ass camera. You know, like the ones you take of yourself sitting across that chase, wrapped up in that leather print. Tiger leather print or some shit like that. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck he does. But still, It's crazy. It's nuts. And he failed. That's my editorial on it. You guys might think different, and I'm sure you do.
I went by your house, what a big mistake. But for a while I thought that I wouldn't break. I need something else to clear my head. Someone to tell me how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Without any thought, I keep moving on. I don't even care if my soul is gone. So many words that I should have said. Not concerned about how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Nothing in life is good. Tired and misunderstood. I would fight if I could. If I believed I should. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to say. Take control of your own life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life.
The next article is the one that blew my mind because I swear to you that I want to say it was last week. I was looking, the pandemic was really starting to rev up, right? Like a fine-tuned vehicle that has a really shitty exterior. It's all fucking rusted. There's parts falling off. It just looks like dilapidated, like someone just picked it up from a junkyard and tried to put it into a drag race. That's what the pandemic was doing at the time. And I was thinking, but people are going to be so freaked out about the pandemic. They're going to be so freaked out about the coronavirus that no one in their right mind is even going to stand outside. You're not even going to look through the damn peephole in your fucking door because you are so freaking scared of catching COVID-19 that you wouldn't even grab your own fucking mail. Like, people get mail, torch the shit, just burn it. But this article, at first when I looked at it, I was like, well, this is the quite opposite now, isn't it? I mean, here we got Tom DeLonge dragging his missus, down a few flights of stairs, banging her fucking head all the way down there to take a look at what BC Blue Chicken says might have been some pole dancing birds, some chickens that might have stripped off into seagulls And he saw these colorful display, might have been some kind of a pole dancing mating thing, ritual in the sky between the birds, and he mistook it for being a UAP. Shame on you, Tom DeLonge, peeper. And so I saw this article. I was like, wow, people are really going out and looking for UFOs. It's like when you're sitting at the doctor's office and you have nothing to do. You're twiddling your thumbs and you're fucking examining everything they have on the walls. Like, you learn shit like that. I've learned that personally. I've learned so many ways that the skeleton looks in different position, what pancreatic cancer looks like. I've learned all these things by just sitting there twiddling my thumb at the doctor's office, and I figured, well, maybe that's what's happening. People are bored at home, so they're finally looking to the sky to see what's going on. And, well, I thought it was good, but this story is out of Belgium. Yeah. And I know some of you are saying, oh, Belgium. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Come on, we got to give the Belgian folks a chance. Give them a chance to strut their stuff. It says that, this is the article, this is the way it's going to start. There were 87 reports of potential alien spaceships in March in Belgium. 87, that's a lot. Considering what the fuck is happening in the world, that's a lot. Totally. Most of them came out of the Flanders, which is Dutch speaking, and in total, for the first 3 months, they actually had 188 for the entire year so far. Something's going on in Belgium. Like, there's shit in the sky that they cannot explain. Whether I mean, it could be new high-tech waffles. I don't know. Don't know what's going on. Dutch apple pies. Who the fuck knows? I mean, people might be going crazy because of the pandemic and throwing this shit into the sky, and other folks are like videotaping the shit go by. Yeah. From March 28th to April 1st, more than 50 Belgians in Flanders reported a row of moving lights flying from west to east. Yes. Frederick Delaire, the coordinator of the Belgian UFO Reporting Center, said Belgium's imposition of lockdown measures to fight the coronavirus was likely to be responsible. Kind of like I just said, your ass is locked down in your house. Like, you probably seen things in your house you never even noticed before. Most of them probably not good. I don't know. Shit that you should have fixed like about a year ago or two. But people are noticing things because they got no fucking... I mean, really, you can only binge watch Netflix so much before you get caught up. And then what do? You go outside and you look for UFOs. That's what we think. Mr. Frederick goes on to say, we suspect that the clear weather of the past few days and the COVID-19 measures have caused this strong increase. And that's what he told the Telegraph.uk. What he's referring to is the fact that apparently Elon Musk may be the cause of the folks in Flanders, out in Belgium, to be seeing UFOs. It turns out that a lot of the reports are about a string of white lights streaking across the sky. They don't get very much news over there. Like in Belgium, there's like a news, unless it's powdered sugar on some nice little pastry breakfast treat, they don't know about it. They don't. They have no idea. Do they even know who Elon Musk is? Or have they ever seen SpaceX? Fuck, do they even own Teslas in Belgium? I don't know. But apparently no one had a fucking flu. A fucking flu. Apparently no one had a clue. Not a flu. They might have had the flu, but not a clue about the Starlink satellites. Like, no one knew. Flanders, clueless. But not that clueless, because they started reporting UFOs like crazy, all thanks to SpaceX and the Starlink satellites. Yeah, so, listen, at least we know that if you want people to look towards the sky and you want them to just tear their little asses away from, things like Belgian waffles, inventing new ways of making them really good, really tasty in the morning, you've got to lock them down because of a pandemic. Then they'll pay attention to the stuff that's in their skies. Come on, the Belgian people, the Belgian government don't give no fucks about UFOs. They're not going to do anything. So why not? Folks in Belgium, Flanders, you Dutch-speaking people, go out there and find yourself a UFO. I'm telling you, this is a perfect time to do it. You're stuck in your house. It probably sucks already. You're probably like ready to tear each other apart. You're done with the fucking waffles. Grab yourself some nice alcohol and go outside, kind of like Tom DeLonge did in the first article. You drag your wife or your fiance or your girlfriend down a few flights of stairs by the feet, and go and videotape the first UFO you see, and go ahead and publish it because it's all good. It's all some good stuff. That was article number 2. So let's take a quick break because I see we got a few people in the chat box here. Let's see who they are.
Takes control of me. You make me crazier than a lunatic. Liberate, liberate. Don't look at me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation. We ain't got no time to waste. I'm just like a mermaid. I wanna eat you. So fresh. You know, black swan, no, you refuse. You say jealousy suits me, so I wear it quietly. You turn me into a lunatic. Liberate, liberate. Don't look at me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation. We ain't got no time to waste. We have got something to say. Don't look at me that way. Feels like I'm underwater, swimming with you. Liberate, liberate. Don't look at me that way. It's a different taste. Liberate, liberation. We ain't got no time to waste. Don't look at me. Liberate, liberation. No time to waste.
New in the chat box, we have Sassy and Chuck Bam. I like that, Chuck Bam. That sounds cool. Chuck just put something in the chat box that's pretty funny. He says Dr. Greer is talking to military equipment. Dr. Greer. He's got a new documentary coming out. Apparently, it's going to knock the socks off of every freaking person that hides the truth about UFOs in the military, the horrid industrial military complex, because it makes him cry. It really does. It makes him sad. He starts tearing up when he talks about those things. The next one, at first I thought this is going to feed from one to another. Like, we're going to go to Belgium, we're going to look at their tasty waffles, and we're going to laugh at them because they're like reporting Starlink satellites. And I said, oh, look, there's another article here. From California to Mexico. What a road trip. From California to Mexico, more rows of lights. I'm like, wait, listen. Belgium, I could see that. I could see the little Dutch folk, they're like, hey, what are these lights? Anyway, I'm sure that's not the way they sound, but that's my accent right now. And they're looking at these royal lights and they start freaking the fuck out, right? But I figure people in California especially, guys in California, come on, you should know. You should know. You should see a row of lights and you should be able to immediately identify those as Starlink satellites. No bones about it. You should know. Folks in Mexico, not so much. Not so much. I could see them kind of like the Belgium, right? They're not getting the whole Starlink thing. And they're like, what is these? Kind of French accent for the folks in Mexico. I don't know. I'm making them super exotic. But that's all I'm saying. That's what I thought. When I put these two together, I said, they're going to lead into each other. It's all fucking Elon's fault. Elon did this whole thing all to himself. He's creating all these things on purpose. That's what he's doing. And that's the way he's yelling, right? He's like at his balcony. And every time he sees that someone reports his Starlink satellites, that's how he yells. That's like his victory cry. That right there. But unfortunately, the Daily Star.uk, they have this article, and maybe not. Maybe these are not. These are more reminiscent of the Phoenix Lights. Many of you who have studied ufology, you have studied these incidents from way back when. You remember the Phoenix Lights. Fuck, if some of you, I know I look at my data, there's a lot of people in the Phoenix area that listen to the podcast. You guys were probably there, or your parents or your grandparents or somebody who was there that fateful evening when those lights showed up. And everyone saw them. Not just in Phoenix, but before they hit Phoenix, they saw them in the counties above that and the counties below, through a couple of states. But still, there's a cover-up, right? But these lights look very familiar, because I actually looked at the video that they had from these different places. And you can hear the folks. You can hear the French-speaking guys in Mexico talking over their video, and you hear the guys in California talking about it. Now, none of them are going to reference a Phoenix light. That's just my input. That's what I saw. A line of unusual lights were spotted hovering over the night sky, with witnesses over the U.S. and Mexico claiming to have seen them. Several witnesses have shared their videos online from the sighting that also happened on March 31st, the same day that our boy, Tom DeLonge, was dragging women down to the beach to take care of UFO sightings, light blobs. The same day. Pretty unusual, I think. I don't know. Is there a connection? Who fucking knows? One video was posted into MUFON, the Mutual UFO Network, and it shows 4 orbs appearing to change color above Laguna Beach in California. Is there a coincidence here? The same day that Tom DeLonge rushed to the beach and risked being arrested for not staying in his house. I don't even know if that's happening in California. I don't know. Listen, all I'm saying is the beach was empty. It was deserted. But there he goes. He gets this UFO, this blob, because if you look at this video, it ain't worth shit. But we have other people who have better videos about UFOs along California the same evening as Tom DeLonge's sighting. So something to think about. Another light apparently appears as the object hovering is in a perfect line. Hashtag, kind of like Phoenix. Now, Phoenix wasn't a perfect line. A lot of people said it had that shape, triangular shape, the tip, wasn't all like just a straight line. But here you have an incident where, as in the Phoenix lights, some lights would turn off, some would turn on. Same thing here. Some 80 miles down the coast, another video emerged of the same sighting over San Diego. California was a hotbed of UFOs on the 31st. This will tell you. What is going on? What are these lights about? And again, seemingly in a straight line, slowly disappearing one by one. Like I said before, the lights weren't just in showing off for California residents. 40 miles south of San Diego in the Mexico city of Playas de Tijuana. I know some of you have been down there for that cheap alcohol. A third video emerged of 7 mysterious objects hovering in the same formation, same pattern, same situation, the lights disappearing on and off. Freaking bananas. The collection of videos were shared online by a YouTube conspiracy channel called The Hidden Underbelly. And this is what the host wrote. The lights seemed to appear out of nowhere and were visible for about 15 minutes before disappearing one by one, leaving the witnesses puzzled and entertained by the aerial display performed by the orbs. If you look at the video, I normally don't go to any of these YouTube channels because a lot of times they really take the videos out of context. The only one that I would say that has really piqued my interest in maybe the last 6 months is this video, because of the way that it seemed like so much like the Phoenix incident, but because you have basically an 80-mile line from where this UFO may have started and then ended up. Now, the one thing we don't have here is any timeline. We don't know if it happened in California first and moved down the coast south to Mexico, or it happened the other way around. But take a look at it. It's a really short video. He's not going on forever discussing this chain of weird fucking lights. But it is fascinating that 2020, we have these videos going on of lights similar to the Phoenix lights. Some of you might say it might be flares that are being dropped over 80 miles, if that is the thing. But check it out. The link for the article is in the description. It's still fascinating. You guys just got it. It's hard for me to explain it. But like I said, the first thing I said was Phoenix lights. So there you go. Check out the link. Check out the video. And let me know what you think. True story.
Every day I'm looking for a way to return to the time when everything was easy to learn. Don't know when it started to get so serious, building up an illusion of a world full of trust, moving on when everything's gone. It's hard to be strong. Confusion in my mind, no way to turn back time. My soul in need of remedy, don't even know the enemy. When I feel out of touch, can't seem to get enough, hiding away from everyone. I don't know where I'm coming from. It feels like it never happened, maybe just a dream. Could it be my imagination running out of steam? All I know is every time I see you, I feel insecure. I'm unable to find the words, how can I be sure? I'm holding on when everything's gone. I gotta be strong. Confusion in my mind, no way to turn back time. My soul in need of remedy, don't even know the enemy. When I feel out of touch, can't seem to get enough, hiding away from everyone. I don't know where I'm coming from. I fail to see right in front of me.
Chuck Bam says aliens pretty much they stay away. Like none of these are aliens. All these sightings, they are just human beings. They're the Space Force. They're Trump. They're basically not aliens. Yeah, you know, if I was an alien, I'm looking down and I see Shittergate and the pandemic going on, and all the fighting over toilet paper. Fuck, I'd stay the fuck away too. That's the truth. Okay, last article for tonight because I know you guys are tired of listening to me over here. Check this out. This is one of my favorite. You know, I love articles that say expert claims. There's only a few people that are experts in identifying UFOs, and we know them very well. We do. One of them has disappeared for some reason. We still don't know why. We don't know if it was the hookers or the pimps or the alcohol or the anxiety meds. We don't know where he's gone, but a lot of people miss him. I mean, he had millions of followers on YouTube, and he's gone. Tyler, if you're out there, come back, man. Come back. We need someone to pick on. Otherwise, we're only going to pick on your cohort here. The person that's mentioned in this article. Jeez Louise, this guy drives me crazy. A dark UFO spotted flying over car in Texas. Expert claims. A UFO was spotted flying over a car in Texas. The UFO slightly resembled the Millennium Falcon. The expert believes that UFO was a fast-moving alien vessel. There was an eyewitness from Texas that reported seeing the strange object flying over his car. Like, that would freak you the fuck out. Like, even if it was a drone or it was some kind of vehicle that you just don't know, right? I mean, I'm sure the military has a bunch of vehicles. We have no clue what they look like. But you imagine if you're driving down a road, wherever the fuck you are, doesn't have to be. This one turned out to be in Fairview, Texas, but you could be anywhere. Middle of the night, and some ship is over your car following you. And it's low enough for you to identify that it looks familiar to you, but when you look at the ship, you're thinking, fuck, that's Millennium Falcon, what the fuck? Yeah, that would drive you insane if you saw that, because it's not possible, you would think. But still, would you be scared? Would you be intimidated by it? Doesn't look like an airplane, but it's hovering over your car and following you. That would give you, someone would at least have to pull over and try to figure out what the hell that is. Or step on the gas, why not? According to the eyewitness, he was driving along the area when he decided to take photos of the clouds from inside his car. And that might be an issue right there. I'm just going to point that out. You shouldn't. Maybe at least he rolled down the windows. If you leave the windows up, you're going to find all kind of artifacts on your fucking window. You are from inside the car, if the flash is on, if there's other lights reflecting to the glass. It's just nuts. Please don't do that. If you find a UFO, be brave enough to lower the window. Otherwise, like Tom DeLonge should have done, keep the fucking camera in your pocket. Don't take no pictures. Just keep driving along. Just forget about it. Just don't do it. It says the UFO was in my picture of the sky, the eyewitness stated. I took 2 pictures of the clouds seconds apart. Clouds looked odd. In the first picture, the UFO is clear. The second photo snapped immediately after that. It does not show it. See what I mean? This might be some kind of a optical illusion is happening because of something reflecting off of the damn car window. I'll be honest. Time-stamped 5:41 p.m. on both pictures. He continued, it looks like a black Millennium Falcon. I did not notice it in the picture until I posted it on Instagram. It's definitely not something on windshield or camera lens. It would have been on both. Not necessarily. What if another car was coming by, And that reflection was only there for that split second. This is what I mean. Too many questions. But we have a UFO expert in this article that cleared everything up for you. Because that's what he does. Ladies and gentlemen, after viewing the photos, Pareidolia Pete, also known as Scott C. Waring of the ET database, noted that the strange flying object could be an alien vessel that was visiting the area. Because here in Texas, we get a lot of aliens visiting. It could be a probe ship because he likes the probings. And that was observed during the activities of humans. Observing the activities of humans. This is why somebody bring Tyler Lochner back and let Pareidolia Pete disappear. I'm tired of him. I can't take him anymore. Scott C. Waring is horrible. At least, I would say that for the most part, Tyler Lochner did not try to make ridiculous claims like Scott C. Waring. I think Scott C. Waring really is the scourge of UFOs and aliens right now. He's just horrible. His pareidolia is completely out of control. But if you're in Texas in Fairview and you happen to see a black Millennium Falcon flying around, please get out of your car and take a picture. Take a video. Let us see it. But don't do it from inside your car. It's not good. And the fact that he mentioned the windshield means that he was taking his picture from the opposite end of the windshield, and any vehicle coming from behind or from front basically could have caused some kind of a lens flare or some kind of an image that showed on his windshield momentarily, long enough for him to have this situation. I'm sorry. It's one of those stories where it's more like a lesson about taking UFO pictures, which he really didn't think he had one until he put it on Instagram. So that goes to tell you, it wasn't there. It just wasn't there to begin with. Scott C. Waring, if you're a fan of Scott C. Waring, please let him know. Go away. I was so excited when he, about 2 years ago, said he was going to retire, and then all of a sudden he came back. He must have felt it in the force that Tyler Lochner was going to disappear. Sadly enough. Listen, this is the end of the episode itself. Those are the articles. Links for each one are in the description. If you want to check them out yourself, please do so. If you have commentary, go ahead and share them. Absolutely. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The links for all of those are in the description. And if you feel like it, like Sassy and Chuck, who are now in the live chat, if you decide to join Discord and join Green Man, BC, and the rest of the crew, Dave, Guter, and the rest of the gang for the after party, the link to Discord is also in the description. Join the chat. I tell you, there's going to be another 23 hours of after the episode talk. I'm checking out. You guys have a good evening. Stay safe, stay home, and stay away from the COVID people. Just stay clear of danger. Ciao.